Good morning, my fellow inquisitive, perceptive, questioning patriots. This morning, I'm going to focus on a very corrupt news network. And you can't find a more corrupt news network than CNN. Look at this headline. 2 people arrested after a fatal mall shooting in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's look at the highlights, the beginning of the story. 2 people have been arrested in connection with a fatal shooting at a Nebraska mall, Omaha police said. The shooting took place Saturday at the West Roads Mall in Omaha. Cherkes Swift, 21, was killed. Jakaya Valen, 22, was injured and is expected to survive, police said. A 16-year-old has been arrested on suspicion of first-degree murder, and an 18-year-old has been arrested on suspicion of accessory to a felony in the homicide, police said. I've read through this entire story. It doesn't mention the race of the victims. It doesn't mention the race of the perpetrator. However, let's go to another news source and we'll find out who this 16-year-old was. I found this on, believe it or not, MSN. That's the 16-year-old right there. Douglas County Attorney Don Clean told KMTV that the defendant, identified as Maquis Woolridge Jones, will be charged as an adult. The suspect's brother, I guess this was a family affair, Brandon Woolridge Jones, 18, was already arrested as an alleged accessory. Let's get back to CNN for another news story. This from CNN, and yes, it's another mass shooting that's in the news right now. Austin shooting. Authorities arrest a former sheriff's detective after a shooting left 3 dead. Let's also read the first paragraph or so, which is always what you want to lead with. The most news, the most facts, right? Authorities say they arrested a former sheriff's office detective suspected of killing 3 people in a shooting in Austin, Texas. Stephen Brother, 41, was arrested just after 7 a.m. Central Time, according to Manor, Texas Police Chief Ryan Phillips. And, like the other CNN article, they don't show a picture of the man who perpetrated this crime. So, let's go to another news source. This from thepatch.com. ATX shooting. Stephen Broderick arrested on capital murder charge. And there's a picture of the suspect himself. Do you notice how CNN never likes to show the face of the criminals involved in mass shootings when they're not white? Maybe it's because mass shootings are so rarely done by black people. Could that be it? Shit, I guess not. Look at this. 51% of mass shooters in 2019 were black. Only 29% were white. Now, these are the most current stats I could find, and maybe it was an anomaly. Is it me, or has mass shootings gone through the roof since the former vice president has started shitting in the Oval Office? These don't appear to be hate crimes, and the only political motivation I can see is that the criminals know that at both the state and federal level, they are being panded to. It's almost like if this was a game of Monopoly, they had all received the get out of jail card free at the beginning of the game. Well, in a way they have. While different corrupt news media have been providing direct cover for them, So have local, state, and even federal officials. You know the old saying that a good worker never blames his tools. Well, it seems like the judicial, legislative, and executive branch appear to want to do just that. They want to blame the tools in this case, the weapons, instead of the individuals involved.